Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Well, I would have to say this, and I will say it. It seems like the situation in Mariupol, in Azovstal, reaches the level of, I don't know, ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just unbelievable. And I'm talking about the calls for extraction of the uh, people trapped in Azovstal steel plant. I have here an article where again we have the leader of in the commander of the Azov battalion or regiment trapped in the uh, basement in the catacombs of Azovstal asking for someone else to help them. But it's interesting that he called Elon Musk yesterday, didn't he? He called the entire world a few days ago. He called the UN. He called who was that? The Pope. He everybody to come and help us get out of here. But he, in the same time, he said that he got orders to stay and defend the uh, objective, the Azovstal. Now, which one is it? Today, I uploaded a video with a ministry, Ukrainian Ministry for Integration of the occupied territories, blah blah blah, from Zelensky's how do you call it, entourage, from his administration. And she said, please nobody, please don't personalities, political figures, stop, making statements regarding, the evacuation of the trapped military in Azovstal. And now we have this guy begging for help. Now again, I don't understand what's going on here, because as I said, if you got trapped over there because of your own poor decisions, it's your fault. First, second, if you received orders and you follow them, now what's going on? Is the order to stay there? Then stay there. Is the order is not to stay there? Then surrender. Fight. Try to break out. They said here earlier in the video I posted, that lady, I can't remember her name anyway, the minister, she said that there's no way they will be saved by military action. So that's out of the question. I said the only person who can save them is Jesus Christ. That's it. And he's not coming soon. So what's going on here? Well, this article is from the New Voice of Ukraine from May 11th, 2020. And Mariupol defender calls upon Israel for aid. So who else? They're going to play each and every card possible. Now they play Israel because why? Because Zelensky, his prime minister, and from what I heard, I think the Ministry of Defense is still one of Zelensky and the prime minister's, I don't know, ethnicity, let's call it this way. Is it? And he tries to do this probably because of Lavrov, whatever he said. Oh my God, this guy. Don't blame him for trying, but you can't be tough and beg in the same time. You can't. You can't. You have to admit, okay, I'm right now up, so I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna beg each and every person. I don't expect to be, I want to be recognized, in the history books from now on. Thousands of generations of Ukrainian children will learn about my sacrifice. Will they learn about this? He's begging each and every, including Elon Musk, a guy, an individual, a billionaire, an investor, a automaker. How do you want me to call him? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just. So we have this Vitaly Barabash. So this is the title: Mariupol defender calls upon Israel for aid. So in his message, Barabash explained that the injuries he sustained from Russian attacks make it difficult for him to speak. So he asked his comrade to speak on behalf of the Ukrainian Jews holding out at the Azovstal steel mill. Now, are those Jews from the Ukrainian military, or are they from Mossad, or are they from the Israeli army, or are just volunteers, or they play each and every card now, each and every card possible. What's next? We got some little people here, like a midget, or we have some more transgendered here. We can, can we help? Can we guys help us with this? Or we got some what? Homosexuals? Can we help? What are we going to play here? Stop. You're in the military. He calls Russian dictator Vladimir Putin's Russia contemporary incarnation of the barbaric regime of Stalin and Hitler. There we go again. It's becoming, like if you repeat a threat too many times, it loses its value. So if you use the same analogy over and over again, it doesn't have the same impact. That's why you don't use these kind of things too fast and too often, because they don't have the same impact on people's brain and heart. It loses its value. But it's like a currency. You inflate it, you're gonna have inflation, loses its value. Put more on the market. Good job, Bradensky, or whatever your name is. And Soviet and Nazi dictators who committed atrocities and genocide against the Jewish people in the 20th century. So there you go. We have always been united with the history of two horrific tragedies, but now we must continue our struggle defending our land and our country, he said. As Ukraine never turned its back on the Jewish people, so Israel must now stand shoulder to shoulder with Ukrainians against Russian invaders. We have brought forth a new tragedy. Right now we need Israel help in securing the salvation of the entire military garrison of Mariupol. We urge Israel to rescue them. This guy. According to Barabash, this is something Israel is capable of, something the Jewish Ukrainian soldiers are hoping for. So if there are some gypsies, are they going to call on India? Because gypsies come from India, right? So are they going to call them? Or if there are, I don't know, I can't think right now about who can be. If there are women over there, are they going to call them women of the world to come and save them? It's just it's losing its importance, and they downgrade, the importance of the atrocities that occurred in the Second World War by mentioning this with that, them being trapped over there by their own will, and in a war. I mean, just look as the example of Stalingrad. Were those guys crying to, oh my God, please, Jesus Christ, come and help us? Or who could cry at that time? No, they stayed over there, they fought, they froze, and they didn't have food, they didn't have a lot of ammunition, and so on, and they fought, and they won. They won. Now and those were Russians, Soviets, let's put it this way. So what's going on here? And you're tough. I mean, as I said, yes, you fight in the war, you do this, you do that. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know if he's a regular soldier. I don't know if he's a criminal of war. I don't know who this guy is. He's just saying he's the leader of this group or whatever. And he's a saint or something. Or the people that he tries to get out of wherever they are, where they're trapped, are they saints? Do you know that? Do I know that? He just says that. So what? It's just, and what can Israel do? What are they going to do? Is there global energy, and what are they going to do? Putin is going to change his mind all of a sudden because what? I mean, there's so much behind what this guy is just saying that is unbelievable. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.